And welcome to my CAD series. So, in this episode, I am covering a tutorial how to 3D model this hexagon puzzle in Onshape, and this and along with my other tutorials in my CAD playlist can be found on my 3D print shop as viewable models, or you can watch the tutorials and make them on your own if you please. So, I'm going to be going over how to design this hexagon puzzle piece. So let's begin with the base. So I'm going to use this inscribed polygon, and I want the base to be 6 sides, and let's make the radius something like 140. So next, I did some experimenting with how to model these hexagons, this hexagonal outline, and I didn't find an efficient way to do it, so I'm just gonna leave mine like so, because I think that looks pretty, and I prefer that. So I did a lot of experimenting how we can model the grooves and stuff, but it just wasn't working out. So if you guys have any idea how that can be modeled, please do let me know in the comments. So this should probably be, I would say 5, maybe 8 milliliters tall. And then we need to extrude this bottom sketch and make it maybe 3. Okay, so this would essentially be the base that we have here, and then for our hexagon pieces, I'm just going to model how to make one of them coincident, and then this one. Okay, let's do 10. This one can do 10. Now a coincident. Why does it misalign like that? Maybe, okay. Should have done that at first. Okay, so next I also noticed that this bone had 2 lines going like so. And I think I can just model that with a hexagon, honestly. It looked kind of like this. And I want the radius to definitely be 10 right here. And now I want these to be together and these. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the hexagons. About like so. And these 3 all need to be at intersection. Okay. So next I'm going to just extrude these pieces, and I think 6 would actually be the perfect size for these. Okay, so now we have our first piece, and this is how it looks on our thing. So I'll also demonstrate this in the assembly. This is kind of how the piece looks. So I'm gonna come back after I finish making all of these other pieces. Some of the other pieces that I saw in the picture. So now I added a couple more puzzle pieces. I think that the board is still a little bit empty, but I wanted to add a couple more just to give you guys a gist of what it's gonna look like when it's finished being modeled or printed. So I made a couple of them here, and I also edited the appearance of all the parts to give them that wooden beige look. So, and this is kind of the finished piece that I'm putting on my channel, at least as part of a tutorial. I hope that you all found it useful, and yeah.